Hi guys, hope you're all doing fine. Today, new lesson. I would like to share something with you that's been stuck on my mind for a while and that's been, prominent in the last 6 or 7 years of running my business. And I also believe that this is a, topic not actively being discussed, at least not in depth. And let me first ask you the following question. How often have you been thinking of switching your business model, switching a completely new business, or potentially even quitting your business, no matter how far you've come? If it's for me, if I'm really honest, I've been thinking this not once, not twice, actually several times. And even though the business that we're currently running, an e-commerce brand, we're doing quite decent, even then I felt like, is this the right path for me? Am I worthy of, taking a next step? Is it not my purpose? Don't I need to do something else? And then you see all these kinds of new business models, just the AI, the automation. Because to be honest, in the last 6 years of running my business, right, while running my business, I've tried, I think, 7 different business models, 7 different projects. Started running a new e-commerce brand. I've tried doing agency, SaaS, automation, AI, all these kinds of things after I started my business. So despite that our business is doing a couple of million a year, still I was trying to seek whether it was validation or something else. Still it was not enough. Still I was looking for, this new shiny thing. And you can, it's not something new, right? That the shiny object syndrome is a thing. But to be honest, that only scratches the surface, because what it really was, it was me just procrastinating the hard work that I was supposed to do, the things that my business demanded from me, the tough challenges, the tough operations. I wanted to avoid it, right? I always thought, okay, the grass is greener on the other side, right? The other people, whenever I saw a new brand doing 10 million, 20 million, 50 million a year, I thought, guys, we need to switch it. There's already a new, better way of running ads or running the business or doing something with the finances. I thought, okay, let's pivot, right? Or when there was a new business model coming out, a new technology, immediately what I was doing, I was trying to fix domains, setting up a new Notion board with, the mission, vision statement, even potential hires. I'm like, what the fuck I'm actually doing, right? And if you do this for a long period of time, obviously these things are not working, right? Because how many of those business models do you think have actually stood out? Exactly. So instead of constantly looking elsewhere, maybe you need to ask yourself, what is the hard work that I'm avoiding, right? What is the universe asking from me? Because I realized distractions, they come in many shapes and forms. They will always keep coming on. And the universe is just testing you to see whether you are really made for the path that you're currently walking on. The universe is testing you if you really are ready to become the man, the woman, the person, the founder who is ready to take his business to the next level. And honestly, the grass is not green on the other side, because if you really want to look behind the scenes of those founders, if you really want to know what's going on inside their mind, inside or behind their business, you really do not want to switch places. Because you only see the highlights, you only see the wins, but behind the scenes, people are not always honest. The founder's not honest. Everyone is going through seasons. Everyone is facing challenges. They just don't want to admit it. So it doesn't matter. The funny thing is, ironically, people thought, I want to be in your shoes. I want to run your brand. I want to be in your place. So it doesn't matter, no matter what your level is, there's always someone wanting to trade or switch places with you. And looking back after the last 6 or 7 years, I'm actually proud, how far we've come, the business we've built, the people that I've met. I'm actually being proud, and I appreciate how far we've come. But only because I slowed down and I realized the grass is not green on the other side. The grass is greener where you actually nurture it, right? Nurture your own garden. Stop looking elsewhere for, new gardens to grow. Of course, there will be a point in time where you can, let go of your main business, maybe sell it, maybe do something else. But I see founders too often switching business models, adding new projects just to keep themselves busy. But what they're actually doing is just procrastinating the hard work. And it is tough, right? It is tough to work on the highest leverage play. But what's even more confronting? Are you actually accepting, or are you not accepting, that you are becoming the person who is ready to take your business to the next level? Because that was for me. I thought, I was blaming the economy, blaming the competition, blaming the market, blaming whatever it was, everything besides for me. But deep down, I just wasn't ready to take on the next level, to become the better version of myself, because it is scary, right? It is scary to leave your old version behind and become the one who is ready to take the business to the next level, right? The one who can maybe add an extra zero to their bank account. I wasn't worthy of that. I didn't want to accept that, what if I'm actually becoming even more successful? What if the brand will be even more successful? Am I actually ready for that? And of course, these things are not happening consciously, right? Your subconscious mind or the ego is keeping you small, because the ego is really good at, living on this anxiety, living on this fear. But as long as you keep feeding it with fear, with anxiety, and you're not conscious of this pattern, then my friend, you will limit yourself. You will limit your full potential. So what can you do from here? Slow down, appreciate how far you've come. And instead of looking at other businesses or other brands, ask yourself, what is one thing that I can do today in my business, in my life, that is the highest leverage play in order to take my business to the next level? So guys, with this, I would like to conclude this founder's note of this week. If you want to know more about this, lesson or the note, I will expand it in a newsletter. So if you want, you can subscribe down below. I share more of these lessons and notes on a weekly basis to help founders like myself, but also founders like you, everything that I wanted to learn or know before. So guys, thank you for watching. Have a good one and stay grounded. See you, man.